Doop 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 doop. Every day I'm sneaking around. But, well, when I'm not sneaking around, I'm showing everybody how to make my box head. Here it is. Pretty sick box, huh? Wait, that sounds weird. First, you have to get all of the dimensions properly right and correct. So you take screenshots, you put them into a computer thing, you make a 3D solid model, you take that 3D solid model, you compare it against the original model, and then you get a printout of all the exact dimensions. Easy as that. Cardboard box, check. Measure, right, cut. Eyeballs, LEDs, dollar store special. Good stuff. I use metal, not fabric, because it's smart. Next we got eye mesh. Do we use this mesh, that mesh, fine mesh, thick mesh, awe mesh? We'll find out. Comes later. Later. Much later. White paint for wood. Get some gold paint. This ain't no pour box. Black paint. 'Cause it's black. Draw a perfect circle with this. Glue. Hot glue. Glue everything. Gotta hold that head on somehow. I use these little hats. They're adjustable. Don't let your head fall off when you shuffle. Strap it to your chin. Get a piece of foam the size of the box. You can attach the helmet to the box with it. Now drink a Red Bull so you can go really, really, really fast. Draw on those eyes and that mouth. Cut out those eyes and that mouth. Save those pieces. Take that white paint. Get your paint on. All done. Nice and white-faced. Next, paint that gold. Fwop, fwop, fwop. Then you go into the eyes. What I like to do is take those LEDs because they're so dang bright. Give them a sand. Sand them down. Helps diffuse the light. Then take the outside case. Sand that down too. Use a really heavy grit. Follow it up with some fine grit. Some real fine grit. Wash it off. Check it out. Watch this. Bright versus not bright. Epilepsy in 4, 3, 2, 1. But seriously, look at how nice the one on top looks. Just a little sanding. It's those details. It's the little details that matter. Next, we got to do that eye mesh. That stuff's too open. That stuff's too fine. So fine. This stuff's just right. But it's white. Ah, black paint. Problem solved. Time for that face mesh. I use metal mesh. Metal mesh is better than fabric mesh. Don't ask me why. It just is. Don't use fabric unless you want. Take that hot glue gun. Glue everything in. It's pretty simple. Use both pieces of mesh. Stack them on top of each other. Flip the box. Cut a hole in it. How else are you going to put your head through it if there's no hole? The look of the eyes is important. It's the window to the soul. Got to make those eyes look like they float. Way to do that, you take these little cylinders. Cut them a couple inches tall. Then take the LED light, bias it towards the back. What you're going to do is cut a larger hole in the bottom, and then you'll cut a smaller hole in the top. So you should be able to take that LED light and stick it in the bottom and press it into the top. You'll see what I mean here in just a second. It takes a little trimming and some patience, but once you get it right, you'll know. It'll slip right in the bottom and pop right into the top, and it won't fall out when you're shuffling. And repeat. And once you finish, paint those suckers black. While everything dries, take that red hat, put it onto the styrofoam and trace it out. We're going to use this to hold the hat into the box. Next, take the insides out of the box. We got to modify this hat. We're going to cut a bunch of holes in it so we can, 1, put our hands through it to reach the LED lights inside, and 2, for some ventilation. Next, get a bread knife. Bread knives cut foam really well. Take that, cut out that profile, and keep working it until that hat fits in there perfectly snug. Once you got it perfectly snug, go ahead and glue it in. Using hot glue works, but don't get it too hot or you'll melt the foam. Once it's nice and secure, take your knife again and cut off all the corners so that you have 45-degree angles. This allows some more ventilation, less weight, and you still get a good area to glue to inside the box. Let's check those plans again and make some ears. Get some PVC, the eyes, the mouth. Again, some more cutting, measuring, drawing. Go ahead and measure everything out. I like to do that first, and then do all your cutting second. Cut the PVC. You can use anything. I have some PVC cutters. Scissors work well on cardboard. Remember those eye holders? Black now? Gotta put those inside. Remember to get the orientation right. The big hole that you would slide the LED into first before you pop it in needs to be facing down. That way gravity, when it's on your head, will hold it in that bigger hole. Glue those in. I like to use a lot of glue. That way there's no way these things are going to fall out. Give those LEDs a test fit and then admire your handiwork. It's time to close up that box too. Close up one of the sides. Time to test fit that head support. Go ahead and put it in there. Close up the box. Put it on your head. See where it fits. Get the right view out of the mouth. When you like where it is, go ahead and glue it in. Again, lots of glue. If the glue gets too hot, it will melt the foam, so use a medium or low setting. You can close up the box. It's exciting. Almost done. Next up, put on those ears. Measure where they're going to go. Glue on those little PVC pieces to the sides. And then start gluing the cardboard circles. Repeat on the other side. I like to add a little extra glue and make sure everything fits. Grab your gold paint. Give them a spray. Last thing to do is put in a chin strap. You can do that with whatever material you want, and I'm sure you can figure it out. Just be sure to adjust it to your chin. After that, you're done. Get out there and get your shuffle on. If you have any questions, go ahead and read the description. I'm sure I'll put most of the answers in there, or just leave a comment.